Do you often find it difficult to say no to people, even when you find that you don't have the physical or mental capacity to be able to do that thing that the person asked you to do or meet their expectation? Do you still struggle to say no and set boundaries? Do you have a fear of rejection? Is it difficult for you to accept compliments? And are you always afraid of other people judging you? Well, these are just some of the questions that you can ask yourself to find out how much you love and accept yourself exactly as you are. Self-love is one of the most magical and transformative things that you can practice to build a life that is filled with joy and fulfillment. And how do you really know if you love yourself? It's when you honor your worth, you talk to yourself and look at yourself with compassion, kindness, and you're always saying nice and kind things to yourself. It also means forgiving yourself when you think you've made a mistake, because realizing that we're all human beings and very capable of making mistakes and learning from them and learning the lesson to grow and evolve from there. It also means treating yourself with kindness, respect, valuing your time, your energy, your worth, and doing things to take care of yourself, to keep yourself healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, honoring your well-being and valuing your time, and not just letting anyone into your space and time and energy, and just really doing everything that supports and is in alignment with your goals, your vision, your values, prioritizing your well-being. Because when we love ourselves, we're literally signaling to the world, we're emitting that frequency of when we value and love ourselves, we know our own worth and we value everything that we are. We're literally emitting that frequency to the world to tell them how to treat us. Because when we love ourselves and value ourselves, that's how the world will also mirror and treat us. But when we don't, check in with yourself, ask yourself, are you saying a lot of negative things to yourself all day long? How do you talk to yourself? What's your inner dialogue like? Do you say things like, I'm a failure, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I have to be perfect to have love or to be respected by people? Do you think that you have to look a certain way, be a certain way, do a certain thing to be accepted and loved by society, people, or your loved ones? It all just boils down to how you really look at yourself, your self-concept, and the kind of love and acceptance that you have for yourself. So, hi, welcome to this video. I'm Manchal Kalra, and I'm an EFT Tapping Coach, which is Emotional Freedom Techniques, which is short for EFT. And you can find videos about what EFT tapping is on my YouTube channel. So if you don't know what that is, what its benefits are, I encourage that you go and look at those before you continue with this video, because today we're going to do some EFT tapping to really invite the self-love in. So before we begin, just a question that you can ask yourself, journal on, reflect on. You can ask yourself, how do I love myself? How can I love myself more? How can I honor my own worth more? In what areas of my life am I not loving myself? Where am I looking at myself as smaller than what I actually am? Where am I really putting myself down? How am I comparing myself to others and lowering my own value? So these are just some things that you can think about. And then before we begin the EFT tap, I invite you to just rate on a scale of 0 to 10 how much you think that you love and accept yourself completely. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being the lowest, I really don't love who I am, and 10 being I'm so comfortable in my skin, I'm so happy being me, and I love myself fully and completely. So just make a note of that and then check at the end of the video if that intensity or number went down on that scale. And just a reminder that to take full responsibility for your own well-being in every possible way before we begin the EFT tap. Let's get started. So I use the Dream Awake method of tapping, which I've trained in, which is by my mentor Jennifer Partridge, who is a Mind Valley teacher. And so we use the EFT tapping points from Dream Awake. So So if you don't know what those are, like I said, just go back to the previous video and get reacquainted with the tapping points, and let's begin. So I'm going to first ask you to just tune into the emotional well. This is the sore spot, the fleshy spot, can feel a little tender. This is where we tend to store all of our emotions. So just massaging here gently. And as you do that, I want you to really tune in. Tune into this struggle of not being able to love yourself completely, not being able to say yes to yourself, prioritizing your own well-being, honoring your value, your time, your worth, making yourself smaller in front of others, not being able to accept compliments, not being able to say no easily when people ask you to do something, even though you don't feel like you have the energy to say yes, or even the wish to say yes. So tuning into that, tuning into all the times that you felt the fear of rejection, the fear of judgment from other people, how you decided not to show up in your true authenticity because you were afraid that people might judge you, and how it's not easy for you to forgive yourself for any past mistakes that you think you've made, and how you're always constantly criticizing yourself, how you're putting yourself down, the kind of thoughts that you have about yourself, and how they are not so loving a lot of the times when you don't really appreciate yourself, don't talk to yourself with compassion and kindness, and how you're criticizing and you're so harsh on yourself, saying things like you're not good enough, or somebody else is better than you, or any kind of other insecurities that come up for you when you tune into thoughts and emotions about how you feel about yourself. So just kind of recognizing and tuning into that, getting present with all those thoughts and emotions, because believe it or not, our thoughts, our emotions, and beliefs actually affect our biology, our physical health, our mental well-being, even affects the cells in our body. So it's so important to build such a positive relationship with ourselves and really tap into self-love, indulge in a lot of self-love and self-care practices every day, because that is who you're going to be appearing as to the world. When you love yourself, you're going to receive so much love back. It gets so magical, so good. So just changing that self-talk, self-concept, really tune in to all of those thoughts about yourself. Don't just be honest here. Nobody's watching. This is time for you to get in touch with the truth of what you've been saying to yourself and feeling about yourself more than anything. And let's really change that today with this tap, and just see things that'll start to shift around you as you value and love yourself more. So tuning in to all of those negative thoughts. In EFT tapping, we really give a voice to all the negative thoughts. We focus on those negative limiting thoughts, and I'll tell you why, because we're really giving them a chance to be expressed and heard, because our emotions just keep screaming for our attention if you don't listen to them. So today we're just going to get present with all of those uncomfortable emotions. Let's invite that discomfort in, because finally today we're going to release it and transmute it through the body and feel into that freedom and lightness that comes in when you're able to release these stuck negative emotions and energies. Tune in now, inviting you just for a few seconds more. Tune in to all those thoughts, all the times that you've put yourself down, all those things that you say to yourself and about yourself. And taking a deep breath in, releasing it with a big loud audible sigh, and really just setting an intention for yourself that today you're going to do this tap, give yourself this time, honor your well-being, and really tap into self-love. So let's begin by tapping at the top of the head. I've been really struggling to love myself. Even though I've been struggling to love myself fully, I'm open today to learn a new way. Even though it's been really hard to love and accept myself completely, I'm choosing to learn a new way today. I'm giving myself permission to learn a new way of talking to myself. Tapping at the cheek. I've been really hard on myself. I've been saying really mean things about myself to myself. Just keep following along the points as I switch. Keep switching as well. I've been really pressuring myself to be perfect, to be better than everyone else. And I've been really harsh on myself. And I accept how difficult it's been for me to keep looking at all my failures, all my shortcomings, all my mistakes, and having these thoughts about myself. And I'm choosing right now to forgive myself for saying these things and feeling this way about myself. Take a deep breath into that. Release it with a big, loud, audible sigh. I haven't been honoring my own worth. I haven't been prioritizing my well-being. And even though it's been really hard for me to say yes to myself, I'm choosing today to respect and honor myself exactly as I am. Tapping here. Even though I've been fearing judgment from others, even though I've been constantly criticizing myself, I've been telling myself things like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I have to be a certain way to deserve love and acceptance from others. Even though I've been putting myself down, even though I am really hard on myself when I don't do the things that I set out to do, I'm choosing today to forgive myself for putting myself down. I'm opening myself up to loving and accepting all parts of me. Tapping here. I'm choosing today to learn a new way to look at myself and feel about myself. Back to the top of the head. Even though I've been criticizing myself so much, I've been saying really mean things to myself. I've been constantly telling myself that I don't look great, I'm not as pretty as someone else, I'm not as thin as someone else, I'm not as successful as someone else, I don't have the relationship that someone else does, I don't have the kind of life that someone else does. I've been comparing myself to others. And I've also been fearing what they think of me. I haven't been honoring my own time and energy. And even though I find it difficult to say no to people and honor my time and energy, I'm choosing today to love and accept myself exactly as I am and recognize that I am a good human being, worthy of unconditional love. And I'm choosing to learn a new way of being, to let all that self-critical talk go, to invite love and acceptance for myself in, to really honor my time, my value, my energy. I'm loving and honoring all parts of me. I choose to love and respect myself for all that I am, for all my achievements, for everything that I've been able to accomplish until today. Taking a deep breath in, releasing it with a big, loud, audible sigh. Today, I'm choosing to look at myself in a new light. I'm willing to honor myself more, respect myself more, value myself more. I'm opening myself up to realizing my full value and full potential. I'm choosing to see my worth. I'm choosing to be protective of my energy and being mindful of who I allow into my space and into my energy. And I'm choosing to love and honor myself completely. And see if you can say this now. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself exactly as I am. Feel that opening when you say this sentence, how beautiful and expansive it feels to really say how much you love and accept yourself deeply and completely, and feeling free. Breathe into that lightness, breathe into that freedom of knowing deeply in your heart that you are amazing the way you are, you're worthy, you're enough, actually you're more than enough, not just enough, and how much value you bring to this world and how deserving you are of unconditional love and acceptance, and that you don't need anyone else's validation or approval, and that you don't need anybody to love and accept you, because you're willing to do that for yourself first, which will anyway ripple out into the universe, and you'll start to see how people start to shift, and the way that they respond to you, how much they start to value you, because you're doing that for yourself first. You're building this beautiful positive relationship with yourself. Just tune into that feeling of freedom, really loving yourself for who you are, honoring yourself for who you are, respecting yourself for who you are, for all the beautiful talents and skills that you have, the uniqueness that you have, the unique energy that you have, because each of us have our own energetic, unique blueprint that we come into this world with. So just honor that now, feel that love for yourself, really entering in like a bright, shining white light, filling your whole body with so much love for yourself, so much acceptance, just knowing how beautiful, how worthy you are. Tapping here and repeating with me, tapping the ribs. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself exactly as I am. I choose to talk to myself in a different way from now. I'm choosing to be loving, kind, and compassionate towards myself. I'm willing to forgive myself for the mistakes that I make, learn from them, grow and evolve, and become a better version of myself. Choosing to respect my time, my value, and energy from now and for always, because I know I truly deserve my own love and acceptance first. Tapping the inside of the ring finger and saying it again. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself exactly as I am. So I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to stop here. I want you to just put one hand on your heart, one on your belly, and just feel into that love for yourself. Allow it in completely to energize you, to just move through your body and feel that boost of self-confidence and self-esteem that comes with this practice of self-love. And there's so many other ways that you can practice self-love. I share a lot of tips, tools, and techniques inside my Facebook VIP community. The link is down there below if you want to join that and benefit from some really valuable content, tips and tools and techniques on well-being, EFT tapping for different issues, and just overall well-being. Thank you for being here today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Affirm with me and drop it in the comments right now if you want to signal your subconscious that you're beginning and opening yourself up to completely loving yourself. So affirm it below right now in the comments, and I'm going to cheer you on, and I'm going to cheer every comment that comes in right in there, that I love and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I'd love to see those comments filled with that sentence and just share in that vibration of everybody feeling that love for themselves. So I can't wait to bring you more videos like this. Let me know in the comments what else you want me to create a video on. If you have any questions regarding emotional regulation or anything else, feel free to drop them below. And Do like and subscribe if you like videos like this, and hit that bell icon if you want to be notified for the next time. I'd love to have you in my Facebook VIP community, where all of us are in this beautiful sisterhood, sharing and supporting each other through life, and it's a beautiful space to be. So come join us. I think you'll find a lot of value there. So can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you for being here.